Hello my lovelies, Sophia here. Welcome to my channel, Sophia Psychic Tarot. So today's reading is going to be for anybody who needs to hear this. I don't know what the title is going to be, just every day, apart from the daily reading that I do for the specific day. I also bring in a message from Spirit for anybody who needs a message, okay? It may resonate with you, it may not. So if you are interested in any other services that I can help you with, for you to get your specific person, for you to get your perfect job, you know, private readings, etc., etc., please check out the description box below the video. There's all sorts of things that I do to help people to achieve their goals, to be happy in their life. So the first card is remaining balanced. Balanced in your thoughts and in your feelings. Look how she's beautifully meditating here, keeping that balance in her life, feeling sort of centered, feeling stable, feeling grounded, keeping her thoughts and her feelings in check there. Yes, she is not sort of focusing on what she doesn't have here. So when Spirit is saying get your mind and your thoughts, your thoughts and your feelings in balance, when your mind and your heart are telling the same story and feeling the same thing, they're lining up with what you want, then it comes to you easier. So if your heart is telling you one thing, but your mind is telling you another, they are opposing each other. So it's out of alignment. Okay, so that's why Spirit is saying make sure that your thoughts and your feelings are matching what it is that you want, because if you're not, then you're keeping yourself left out in the cold. You're not enjoying life to the full. So in this picture, this person is going past in the cold, the harsh weather, thinking because there's no lights on, assuming that because there's no lights on that nobody's in. But at the back of the house, because they're just taking something at face value, they're reacting to what they're initially seeing. At the back of the house, the lights are on. There's a family in there with heating and food, or there's a party going on. Okay, so ignore what the 3D is showing you, because if you keep focusing on what you don't have, you're going to continue not having what you want. But staying focused within, as within, so without, okay, up above, as up above, so below, sort of thing, then if you're balanced and your heart and your mind are in, you know, oh, I know that my specific person is mine, despite what I'm seeing, okay, I know in my heart that they are mine. So in my head, I'm going to be reaffirming things that line up with we are in a committed relationship. I'm not going to look at the 3D showing me no contact, being ghosted, them telling me they don't want to ever be with me, or they're with a third party. No, 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 because for one, what you desire is yours, and what you desire desires you. And as soon as you desire something, it's created. All you need to do is stay balanced in your thoughts and your feelings that line up with the outcome that you want, whether it's job, money, anything in your life, how people treat you, etc., etc. So yes, quite often, well, a lot of the time we self-sabotage. We have our own tower moments and we keep creating our tower moments because of we're unbalanced. We're not in alignment with what our heart is telling us, our true compass, our true sat-nav. We fight against it with our thoughts and talk ourselves out of it. So we have the same tower moments. And then we start to get caught up in our emotions. This never works out for me. Why is it me who always has to go through this? Why can't I just meet somebody who's going to make me happy? Why do I keep losing my job? Why do I never have enough money? Why am I always broke? Okay, what is wrong with me? So you then keep going through the same cycles And then you bring in the same old feelings that something is wrong with you because you're not balanced, you're not grounded, you're not aligned in your thoughts and your feelings, and you're not sticking to that. You're wavering. Yeah, so whoever you want or whatever you want is passionate about you just as much as you are passionate about them. If you desire something or someone, they desire you. But we forget to be like this child, having fun. Think back to when you were small and you used your imagination to play with your toys, invent games, have adventure games, to believe that Father Christmas existed or the Tooth Fairy. You believed in that as a child 100% until you got older, and then your ego, your thoughts and everyday life started to come in and you started dropping your imagination. We tend to then live in our logical, analytical mind. But Spirit is reminding you that if you are always in your logical, analytical mind, you're unlikely to get what you want, or you'll get it, but you will lose it again. Because you are so programmed to the old story. So with the Star card talks about the future. The Star card talks about positivity, believing, again, like this child believes. Okay, there is only this moment in time. Okay, there's only this moment in time. But we keep going back to past thoughts and reinfecting ourselves with them during the day because we're not keeping tabs on where our thoughts are going. We are also thinking of the future. Well, one day this might happen. Start to talk in your mind as if you already have what it is you want. So if you're wanting your specific person, we don't focus on this Five of Pentacles, the lack. We talk to ourselves in our minds as if we're already in that committed relationship. Just like if you were in that relationship or married to that person and somebody says to you, are you married? Yes, I'm happily married. You two are such a beautiful couple together. Yes, we're really happy together. We're a perfect match. Okay, whatever. But when you're in the lack energy, you're just creating more lack and going around in a tower moment in your life. You are the magic wand. Look at all the fire. You are the one that is passionate about the things that you want, that nobody else sees the same way as you do or feels the way that you do, because you are the only one feeling and thinking what you are all day long. If you sat on a bench in the middle of a crowded high street or shopping mall, then you look at all the people. Everybody is walking around with their own thoughts in their head. And it is those thoughts that are living things and get projected out into the 3D for you to experience. So you are the magic wand. Everything that you're thinking and feeling is getting pushed out, as within, so without, and then reflected back to you in people or through events and situations. But we tend to push this away and we go within and we start overthinking things. How many times do we think of something we want, but then we've thought of 10 reasons why that wasn't a good idea, or why we can't have it, or why it's not going to work, Spirit is saying. Okay, they're reminding you that you are a spiritual being. You can have whatever you want. Everything is in your hands. Everything that you can possibly want is within you, Spirit is saying. And what you desire desires you. It's already created, but you're not getting it because you're self-sabotaging with your old assumptions and beliefs. There's nobody home. I can't see any lights on, so there's nobody home. Oh, but the next house is 5 miles down the road and it's freezing cold. You're cutting your nose off to spite your face. You're going through the same old thoughts and emotions that are just causing the same old patterns. So let's bring in some of these ones. Marriage. The fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss. You can believe in your marriage or commitment to anything in your life. It doesn't have to just be marriage. By committing to yourself and watching what you are thinking and how you're feeling. You can have your union with anything. And what's on here? A unicorn and fairies. What are they? Things that children believe in their imagination. Your imagination creates. Your world is your imagination. Whatever you want to imagine is real at that point that you're imagining it. But as soon as you stop imagining it, you come back to your logical, analytical mind and start poo-pooing it. And then start thinking, well, how is it going to happen? When's it going to happen? You're just not remaining faithful to what you've seen in your imagination and only having thoughts and emotions that line up with that outcome that you wanted. So again, you're leaving yourself out in the cold. Again, the unicorn is right there, but you're choosing to freeze out the inner child within you, if you like, the one that believes and can have what they want because they believe everything is real, because your logical mind is coming in and poo-pooing it. So let go. Okay, as you surrender the need to control with your logical, analytical, fixing and finding solutions mind, let it go. Your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. Your relaxed energy of having fun and knowing that what you want, because if you desired it in the first place or you wanted it in the first place, then it's yours to have. It desires you, but you need to let it come in by dropping the control and then looking for it every 5 minutes. How's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? But yes, but if this hadn't happened or if that happened, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is, what do I want? This is the outcome I want. That is all I am going to line my thoughts and feelings up to during the day until it comes in. You can have your new home. You can have your happy home. Okay, moving is a step in the right direction for you. So Spirit brings that out as well because of the moving forward from the old story is a step in the right direction. Okay, but some of you may need to forgive. As you release old anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. Again, balance. Being balanced in your feelings and in your thoughts. Okay, so let's just read what the booklet says because there may be another message in there. Seek balance. Extremes of anything are rarely healthy or useful. They may be an overreaction that has caused the issue. Ground yourself and allow your strength to rise from there. Be aware of where the imbalances in your life are at present. Okay, I seek and maintain healthy balance in my life. Our bodies, our minds, and our human spirit seek balance, yet perfect balance is almost impossible to achieve. Think on this. If we tried to stand on one leg and balance ourselves, no matter how good at balancing on one leg we may be, it is a kind of dance, is it not? The large and small muscles in our legs adjust to keep us upright, always moving, never perfectly still. The rest of our body is also performing a myriad of adjustments, a little to the right here in one moment, a little to the center there. The point is that balance is a process, something we can actively seek if we are wise. We need to know when we are unbalanced so that we can return to being balanced. It is useful to know where our imbalance lies and to make a decision about moving towards a more balanced version. Self-reflection helps identify this. When we are too something, working too long, thinking too fast, eating too much, we need to be honest with ourselves so that we can identify this quite easily. Allowing ourselves a more considered and balanced view invites a true peacefulness into our lives, something that many people crave in this incredibly busy and chaotic world. Balance allows us to understand that overwhelm isn't a place we want to visit, let alone set up home in. Moving forward, being balanced, not going into the same old cycles of desperation, neediness, grasping, that I don't have it, I never get it, it never works out for me. All you need to do is get that balance within yourself. Think positively, use your imagination to go to the end. You know, if somebody said, right, here's a magic wand, what is the end you want? You're in no contact with your person now, but what is the happy end you want? You want to be living with them or happily married? Well, abracadabra, there you are. How would you feel if you were in the next second were there in your happy relationship? You would be feeling totally different to feeling like this, in this tower, and feeling upset. That is what Spirit is saying. Get grounded, find that balance, move forward, let go of everything that's working against you, and just stay aligned with the outcome you want until it comes into your reality as a hardened fact. Spirit taught me this probably in 2018. I've always, since in my 20s read tarot cards. I've always been, psychic. But for me, I started using tarot cards to enhance my psychic abilities, to bring through clearer messages and to be more focused and grounded. But I did not know about one of the spiritual laws, the law of assumption. That which you assume and believe to be true or expect to be true is what you're going to get. Okay, so once I did all this, I now remain balanced because I don't let things affect me. If something comes up, I'm not all over the place like I used to be. I'm not reactive. I just think, right, I don't like what I'm seeing or whatever, but I'm not going to react because I'm giving it more fuel. So I'm going to keep having tower moments. What I need to do is think, right, what would be abracadabra? Here's the outcome that you wanted. How would I feel if I had that now? So I will do an imaginal act. I will sit there and close my eyes and think, right, if I had my happy ending, I was happily married, or I had a bank account full of money, or I was in my perfect job, how would I feel? What would I be doing? What would I be seeing around me? What would I be hearing? What would I be touching? How would I be feeling? Okay, bringing in my senses as if it's real in that moment, because it is real. You're using your imagination to create what you want without using your logical mind as to how's it going to happen, when's it going to happen. Just know that if you have imagined it, you've planted that seed, let it grow. It will grow in its, every plant grows in its own time. Every pregnancy on this planet, animals, fish, whatever, okay, mammals, all have their own length of gestation, okay? So allow it to come to you instead of keeping yourself out in the cold. Let it go and move forward. Then you can start to, Spirit is saying we hope that we've got this message through to you, because we so often want to blame other people. We want to look at others outside of us for everybody else to fix it. If everybody else fixes this, then I can be happy. And Spirit is saying it doesn't work like that. As within, so without. Okay. Then you can start to get messages. Okay, if you're ghosted, if you're feeling left out in the cold, start to imagine how you would feel if you were in your committed relationship. Hear your person saying to you, I love being in a committed relationship. I love you. If you're wanting a job, hear somebody saying, you got your job. Wow, congratulations. Everything that you want is within you. You just need to tap into it by using your imagination, creating that scene or scripting, writing it out as if you already have it, and allowing it to come to you. But when you think about it in the day, you are thinking from the perspective of what you want. I am happily married. That person is my husband or wife, or we are in a loving relationship. I always get communication from my person. Okay, and starting to dwell in that state of being instead of the state of being where you don't have it and you keep going without it. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Spirit is saying, we're giving you these gifts. These desires are for you to have and unwrap and enjoy this beautiful gift. Your person came into your life for a reason. Now, a lot of us don't want that person in our life anymore, but some of us do want a specific person in our life. We know in our hearts that despite whatever the 3D is showing us, that we do want that person. It feels right and natural to be with that person. Then you can have that, but you need to tap back into the energy where that exists, not the energy of I don't have it. It's the wrong energy. We all operate at an energetic frequency. Whatever you want, Spirit will bring it to you, but they cannot do it for you if you're not looking. Your energy is in a lack energy, a desperate, needy, I need that thing in my life to make me better, but it's not sustainable because you haven't shifted within all the old story. Spirit is also saying, how many things have you really, 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 really wanted and you've got them, but now they're just familiar. You really, really, really wanted that new car, or you really wanted that new house, or somewhere to live, or a person. You got it, here you are, but then we thought, wasn't as brilliant as we thought, or it's just my car. But at one point you desperately wanted it. Okay? Make the change within to see the changes without, Spirit is saying here. Okay. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So again, if you truly love somebody, they truly love you. Stop doubting it. Stop cutting your nose off to spite your face. Stay balanced in the feeling of, yes, my person and I love each other. Your assumption that they don't, your belief that you are hanging on to because they've told you, I don't want to be with you, is what is keeping that in place. Ignore the 3D, go within and start creating what you do want. Spirit is telling you here. You are a spiritual being. You can have, be and do whatever you want. And do it now. The sooner the better, so that you can start to plant those seeds and then get the harvest from those seeds. Okay. So any message for anybody watching this, if they've made it this far through Spirit's lecture of life, regarding a specific person. I've been reflecting and thinking so much and can't move on. I don't want to ever lose you. So for some of you where you think, you're in the cold, you're in no contact, and you think that you can't have your happy marriage, your person desires you as much as you do them. But the old story has to go. Okay, you know in your heart whether it is true love. And your person is reflecting and thinking a lot about you and can't move forward in their life because they don't want to lose you. But somehow and some way, through your own belief system or assumption of yourself or of them or of love or relationships, it fell apart. But we like to blame them. Of course, we couldn't blame ourselves. It's your fault. You've told me this. People are a reflection of you. They are messengers, Spirit is saying. My emotions are all over the place. I can't eat or sleep. Are you feeling like this too? Then get centered, get grounded, get balanced, and know that everything you want is within you. You're just not tapping into it. You're leaving yourself out in the cold. I am so sorry. I know I've messed up. Can you forgive me? I don't blame you if you can't. Remember, we had that card of releasing. Some of you may need to release the old story and the emotions that are not serving you, especially if you are wanting somebody back. A lot of people are not getting relationships back how they want. Yes, their person might come back, apologize, but the old story is still there within you. What if my person cheats on me again? What if my person lets me down again? I don't know if I can trust them. They have this reputation or whatever, okay? If you want your happiness in any area of your life, then you have to let go of controlling it logically, feel it within, and move forward. You are the magic wand. I will leave this with you. Love and light.